FightHype.com here with Mr. No Love, Rich Clementi. You already look in shape, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. Got a good training group right now. Got one of the best boxing coaches in the state, Georgetown, helping me out, man. And good buddy Josh Rafferty, plus my normal guys down here that kick it with me every day, man. So been killing it. Just feeling really good and looking to show and do what I do.
April 19th, man, UFC 83. They give you another young striker, Sam Stout, man. What you think of him as a fighter, and is the game plan to take him into deep waters like you did Melvin?
I think it's a great fight for me. Sam Stout, I got tons of respect for the kid. Good striker, you know, he's one of those guys that are hard to change his attitude. Winning or losing, he still has the same attitude, the same pace the whole fight. Plus, he comes in shape. My thing is like, you know, is Sam Stout a better striker than me? Sure he is, you know. I feel like, you know, he's up here, I'm probably somewhere like around here, but I feel like on the ground, my jiu-jitsu and wrestling, like, I'm up here and, you know, he's down here. So I think there's a bigger gap in between my strengths compared to his strengths. So, and that's what makes MMA great. You know, it's about the matchups. It's about, you know, skill versus skill, and really it's about instilling your will. And that's what I plan on doing my game plan, taking the fight where I want it to be. And if I can do that, I think it's going to be another good victory. And, you know, looking to go, you know, six straight wins, man.
You've been racking up the wins, man. I know a lot of people feel like you're coming off a real emotional fight against Melvin and maybe expecting a letdown. What are you doing to psych yourself up since you don't have any tension with Stout coming into this fight?
Yeah, it is a little tougher to motivate me. I mean, practically I was almost, for the Gilliard fight, I was almost addicted to going to the gym, you know. But the cool thing is I was probably in the best shape of my life, so a lot of those things are lessons that I've learned, you know. So I'm just reinstilling them into what I should be doing regularly. And I'll tell you, man, ever since Ultimate Fighter, and I give a lot of props to the show and to a lot of the guys that were on the show with me, because you know, they taught me a lot of little things. You know, when you got that many great fighters in the house together, you're going to pick up a few things. And I mean, bar none, the Veterans Edition had more experience than any of the shows, all the shows combined, you know, with the amount of fights that all of us had between us. So, you know, I learned a lot, man, and it's really picked up my game since the show, and really just looking to make some waves in the 55 division. Again, like I said last time with the Gilliard interview and stuff, my training is first, and I haven't let anything step in the way of that. I should have did that more last year, but that's just, as long as I'm going to be fighting from now on, that's the way it's going to be.
And I know around the time of the show, man, I talked with a lot of people in the area, and when you went on the few losing streaks or whatever, you lost a couple fights, people feel like you had your hands into too many things. You're doing the shows and everything. You're on the tanning salon. You got your own gym now. How are you keeping everything intact and stay on this winning streak? Do you have a stronger team around you now?
Yeah, and that's the key. Really, is delegation. You know, now I have a matchmaker that helps me out on my shows. A guy named Angel. Really great guy. I got good people over my tanning salon. And it just, you know, I've learned to manage a little better instead of trying to do everything myself. And what's cool is now, since I've been doing it so long and I have people in place, it actually almost seems like I'm really not doing much, because I was used to just doing everything all the time myself. So it's doing good, and like I said, the gym and my family is first priority. So you know, my priorities are right now.
Definitely. And was Melvin Gilliard, with all the trash talk and everything surrounding that fight, was that your most satisfying victory to date?
Far none, yeah. It's like, unless, you know, and there's so many good guys in the sport now. It's like, don't get me wrong, it's like, I would love to be a world champ, you know, in the UFC, to see that happening, and where I'm at right now, my training camp compared to some of the other training camps, you know, I don't know, but you know what, I'm gonna be in the top 10 there somewhere, and I'm gonna be busting guys up, and I'm gonna be a contender. And I fought all over the world, man. You know, I fought UFC 6 times, been on a reality show. You know, I do this for me, man. You know, I don't do it for somebody else. I don't do it to walk down the street and get my name called or whatever. I do it because I got a good group of guys that I train with. I like to see other guys. One of my other training buddies, Tim Crater, he's on the episode coming up.
Okay.
Kyle Bradley, on the Ultimate Fighter, Kyle Bradley, you know, didn't have the best of showings. You know, he fought UFC. And that's what it's about, man. Being down here and really taking, like a pond with fishes in it, and really making it a stock pond, and that's what I'd like to do with this area in Louisiana and Mississippi and stuff. So, that's also my goal, and it's just as satisfying for me to go out. I go out there and fight because it's exciting for me.
Yeah.
But really, accomplishment-wise, I'd like to see my guys kind of get in there and try to make big names for themselves and stuff. And that's almost just rewarding because I feel like I've almost done everything that a guy can practically do besides be the world champ. Guess what? There's one of those.
Yeah.
So and it's competitive and it's tough. And like I said, man, I'm a contender, and I'll go out there and I'll bust heads and I'll fight and I'll be exciting, and hopefully fans will respect me and like me for that. But I'm the person I am, and I'm here to make some noise.
And Kyle Bradley, like you mentioned, a training partner, a good friend of yours. He threw me in with Chris Lytle. Do you think it was just too much for his first UFC fight? What do you think he went wrong at?
No, me and Kyle talked a lot. He had a little bit of a hurt knee part of that fight, and went in there and took it anyway. It's an opportunity, man, and that's one thing the UFC knows about myself is when they call me, and whenever they call me, I'm always ready to fight. And if you're a true fighter, for the most part, that's what you're going to do when it comes to opportunity, when the shot's there and stuff. So Chris Lytle's one of the best, man. I just really lost to him, like world champion. So he's another guy that does it because he loves it, and kind of almost like the same situation I'm in. But he went out there to fight, and a fight goes both ways. The main thing is he's a young kid, and he learned a lesson the hard way. I think about like game plan and that. There's so much to the sport. It's not being just an athlete going out there or being tough and wearing a t-shirt and saying, "Oh, I'm a fighter." It's easy to step in the ring. What's hard is coming off some losses or going out there with a whole state thinking, "Oh, I'm the next big thing," and having a poor performance and then lifting your head back up high and getting back in the ring and going to do it again, man. That's what this shit's really about.
Definitely. You have some fights coming up Saturday. You have a No Love Entertainment, have a show. What can fans that attend that show expect?
I always put on good shows, man. I like to say that I'm the premier event down here in the South in Louisiana. I've done like 50, 60 something promotions, everything from casinos to civic centers to outdoor events to club shows. I mean, you name it, And what's cool about the Slidell show, it's in our backyard. We have a strong fan base here. It's almost like a big family. A lot of guys and people that come to my shows that come to day one. So it's a big party. So just gonna have a good night of fights. Main event, Kenny Stevens versus Mike Perez. Both two of the best 205 pounders in Mississippi and Louisiana. Then we have a female fight on card, Lance Thompson. Just a bunch of good fights, man. So I'm excited, and I try to do a high-level show so people that watch are like, man, I want to get involved in this stuff. I want to keep supporting it. It's not no joke. And put on good local fights that people can come to and say, man, those guys are skill.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate your time, Rich. We look forward to seeing you out there in Canada. Any closing thoughts, man?
No, just thank all the sponsors, man. Ribbon Roll Condoms, Crooked Jaw, Warrior Wear, of course, Honey Cox, and again, UFC, man. Good luck for them. A lot of this wouldn't be for them.
I appreciate it, Rich.